Not everyone understands the force behind a single split. Not everyone dares to face the roar of steel and the weight of giant timber. But you're about to see it all. Welcome to where the action begins, where wood is torn in the blink of an eye. Welcome to the world of Wood Channel. The 60-ton log splitter, a colossal machine delivering crushing force far beyond typical equipment. Massive, heavy logs are positioned into the pressing chamber, bracing for the enormous pressure about to be unleashed. As the machine powers up, the giant hydraulic piston descends, exerting tens of tons of force. Slowly but irresistibly, the wood snaps with thunderous cracks, breaking into pieces both large and small. The machine's power resembles a steel beast, pulverizing every obstacle in its path. With such immense pressure and capacity to handle gigantic logs, this splitter becomes the beating heart of any wood processing site, a force no human strength can match. On a golden afternoon, under soft sunlight, a woman stands beside a specialty firewood splitter designed for cherry wood. Her hand firmly on the control lever, she operates the machine with steady precision. Sturdy chunks of cherry wood are fed into the splitting blade. At times, the blade struggles to cut through the tough timber, producing sharp whistles and noticeable resistance. The woman quickly steps in, gently freeing logs stuck on the splitter blade, assisting the machine to keep the process smooth. This scene shows the seamless cooperation between human and machine, bathed in warm sunlight, crafting an efficient and lively workday.
Man, this Brute Force 1424 made quick work of those two cherry logs. We have about half a tote here. The good thing about cherry is that since it's a specialty wood, we can sell it for probably $40 for 50 pieces, which is almost double what we sell for oak. But I know the barbecue guys in our area here are going to be super happy that we're selling this stuff, so I can't wait for them to come and pick it up. If you guys are in the market for a firewood processor, I highly recommend you check out all the models that Brute Force offers. You'll find a link in the description below this video. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for future videos. We'll see you on the next one.
The block cutting log splitter is a specialized mechanical design, optimized for fast, efficient splitting of medium to large logs. At the core of the system is a rotating shaft, where two sharp blades are symmetrically mounted on opposite ends. As the shaft spins, both blades rotate rapidly, and with every turn, the blades strike the incoming logs, slicing cleanly through the timber. Logs are fed steadily into the cutting zone, rhythmically, without pause. Each cut produces a crisp, snapping sound, the sound of raw mechanical force fracturing solid wood. The machine works tirelessly, like a steel heartbeat pounding with rhythm and force under sunlight or forest mist. Wood pieces split cleanly and fall continuously, piling behind the machine like a rain of lumber. No need for rest, no hesitation, just relentless spinning and powerful, precise splitting. It's a machine that is both simple and fierce, a compact yet brutal force, where pure mechanics and sharp precision meet to deliver remarkable performance. The iron and oak log splitter, 37-ton, equipped with a powerful Honda GX 270 engine, stands proudly in the middle of the yard, brand new and gleaming under the sunlight. Its fresh paint and mechanical scent still linger in the air. A man stands beside it, operating the machine with care and rhythm, each movement aligned with the steady, reliable pace of this solid piece of machinery. He gently maneuvers the control lever, positioning each log precisely for the blade to do its work. The machine can be used both horizontally and vertically. Horizontal mode for heavier, hard-to-lift logs, and vertical mode for massive upright logs that don't need to be raised. This adaptability allows it to handle a wide range of log sizes and weights with ease. Delivering a crushing force of 37 tons, the iron and oak doesn't just split wood, it cleaves through the grain with authority and precision, making it a powerhouse for firewood preparation and serious wood processing tasks. In the quiet atmosphere of a wood yard, the Growy GSW 17K log splitter works steadily, without fuss. Compact and straightforward in design, this machine is equipped with a single splitting wedge, yet it packs enough force to tackle even tough hardwood. The operator carefully places a round log onto the support bed. With a light push of the control lever, the hydraulic ram slowly drives the log forward toward the sharp steel wedge. The blade sinks cleanly into the grain, and within seconds, the log splits neatly into two halves along a precise line. Each split echoes with a short, solid crack. Once the split is complete, the operator pulls the lever back, the ram retracts, and the system is ready for the next round. The process repeats with rhythmic consistency, not rushed, but steady and reliable. Despite having a single wedge, the Grohe GSW-17K delivers accurate, efficient, and safe splitting performance. It's a simple but captivating scene. Logs being halved one by one, the scent of fresh cut wood in the air, and sunlight glinting off the polished steel edge. This is the essence of a compact hydraulic splitter: quiet strength, trusted performance. At a corner of the lumber yard, the Milan uses log splitter with its conical rotating tip is running powerfully. The steel cone spins continuously at a steady speed, generating a strong twisting force that splits the wood. Two men work closely together, pushing the log firmly into the sharp spinning cone. As the log contacts the cone, the twisting force penetrates deep into the grain. Cracks begin to spread along the wood, and the log splits decisively, breaking into clear sections. The screech of steel against wood rings out, mixed with the strong effort of the men pushing hard. The 720p footage captures every turn of the cone and the smooth coordination between the two operators, showcasing a log splitting process that is both efficient and powered by raw, traditional mechanical force. Manual log splitting, no machines, just muscle and a sharp axe. In a quiet setting, a young woman stands before a pile of large logs. She raises the heavy axe high above her head, mustering all her strength, then brings it down with force. The sound of steel striking wood rings out, sharp and clean, as the log cracks open with a satisfying snap. This is traditional log splitting, no engine, no hydraulic force, just raw human effort. Each swing of the axe is a challenge requiring precision, power, and determination. A single large log may take several hits, several angle adjustments. Yet this method brings a deep, primal connection, human against wood, using only the simplest of tools. The T190 wood splitter rumbles steadily across the cluttered log yard, its tracks grinding over compacted soil and scattered sawdust. As it approaches each massive log lying on the ground, a steel arm extends like a mechanical claw, lifting the log with force and precision, setting it squarely onto the saw blade's path. Without delay, the saw blade dropped sharply, slicing through the trunk with a piercing screech. Instantly, the freshly cut log is pushed into the splitting mechanism. Razor-sharp blades cleave the wood into neat, uniform pieces, clean and swift as if the log offered no resistance. The split pieces tumble to the ground with heavy, echoing thuds, piling into orderly stacks, a testament to the machine's relentless power and unwavering precision. Pezzolato VSP 60.60, green steel, Italian power among the ashwood. In the clearing where freshly cut ash logs lie scattered, the Pezzolato VSP 60.60 rolls in, dressed in its iconic deep green armor, not to blend in, but to stand out. A bold machine, built for hardwood domination. Logs ride the conveyor up into the precision hydraulic saw unit. One decisive cut, and the ashwood yields. Instantly, the segment is transferred to the multi-blade splitting chamber, where steel wedges drop like hammers, breaking the log into perfect firewood chunks. From lift to cut, split to stack, the entire operation is smooth, fast, relentless. The green Pezzolato VSP 60.60 is not just a splitter, it's a complete processing line born for high-volume work. When it meets tough ashwood, it doesn't hesitate, it performs. Sawquip Split X Wood Splitter, Precision and Steel Power. The Sawquip Split X Wood Splitter features a sturdy steel arm firmly mounted at the head to withstand maximum force with every split. Its powerful hydraulic system smoothly and precisely pushes and pulls the splitting blade back and forth. When a log is placed on the support platform, the sharp splitting blade starts moving. The strong hydraulic force pushes the steel blade into the trunk, slicing sharply, then retracts to complete the splitting process. This mechanism ensures each cut is decisive, efficient, and safe. Sawquip Split X is more than just a splitter. It is a blend of advanced hydraulic technology and durable steel design, optimized for all wood splitting tasks. In a bustling work environment, the bright red firewood processor with a circular blade roars to life with impressive power. The steady hum of the engine fills the air as the gleaming steel circular saw spins rapidly, slicing through timber like a knife through soft bread. Logs are fed one by one onto the conveyor, gently carried toward the cutting blade. Upon contact, the high-speed rotating saw slices through each log cleanly and decisively, sending fine sawdust and tiny wood sparks flying into the sunlight. The freshly cut section is then pushed by a hydraulic ram into the splitter, where it's broken down into neat, uniform lines. The Extreme Wood Cutting Machine, a heavy-duty firewood processor, roars to life at the heart of a bustling timber yard. The air is thick with the scent of fresh-cut wood, sawdust, and hydraulic oil. Steel claws from the machine's hydraulic arms clamp down tightly on a massive log. Powerful, mechanical hands with no need for rest. The sharp metal teeth bite deep into the bark. With slow but unstoppable force, the arm hoists the trunk forward and aligns it precisely at the cutting point. Suddenly, the circular saw ignites with a high-pitched whine. The engine growls beneath it as the blade tears into the wood. In one fluid motion, the saw slices clean through, and an explosion of sawdust erupts, spraying outward in golden arcs under the morning sun. Fine particles dance in the air before settling over the ground like dry snow. The freshly cut section is then thrust forward into the splitter, a crossblade of hardened steel. With a powerful hydraulic shove, the wood cracks apart into several evenly sized chunks. A sharp, splintering crack echoes out as the log fractures. Even before the split wood hits the chute, the next section is already in position. Grab, cut, split, repeat. The cycle continues relentlessly, log after log, in a mechanical ballet of precision and brute force. It's an awe-inspiring spectacle. Engineering and raw power fuse together, transforming whole trees into firewood in a matter of seconds. This is not just a machine. It's an industrial beast, efficient, unforgiving, and built for dominance. Eco Wood Splitter, conqueror of difficult logs with a minimum of 25 tons of splitting force. In front of it lies stubborn logs, twisted, knotty, and tough, the kind that defeat ordinary splitters. But the Eco Wood Splitter doesn't back down. With at least 25 tons of hydraulic force, it delivers each split like a steel hammer from above. A rugged log is placed onto the bed. The hydraulic cylinder descends, slow but unstoppable. When the blade touches wood, crack. The log tears apart as if struck by iron fists. Tough fibers and tangled knots break cleanly into even chunks. No need for noise or speed, just raw, consistent power. The Eco Splitter doesn't just work fast, it tackles what others can't. Brute Force CS60 chainsaw machine, a red beast at work. The Brute Force CS60, painted in a striking red, stands firm on the dusty yard, like a mechanical warrior focused on its mission. One by one, logs are fed into the machine. Each downward stroke of the saw is swift and decisive, slicing clean through the wood. The push mechanism follows instantly, forcing the split. Wood fragments crack and fall, while sawdust explodes outward in bursts, like sparks from a brutal mechanical clash. The operator handles the machine with practiced precision, smooth and steady, like a conductor leading a symphony of steel. His movements are calm, controlled, yet powerful, matching the pulse of the roaring engine perfectly. Outside the machine's frame, another man stands still, eyes fixed on the operation, perhaps a technician, or simply a witness drawn in by the raw, mesmerizing power unfolding before him. The firewood processor roars to life, the engine growling like a beast in the forest. A large, rugged, and heavy red oak log is neatly placed on the conveyor bed. The conveyor slowly pushes the log toward the sharp steel splitting blade, preparing for the timber split. The blade begins to lower, pressing firmly against the log, producing the characteristic cracking sound echoing through the air. The tough red oak log gradually splits into two even halves under the steel's pressure, cracks spreading like a spider web until the log fully separates. The evenly split pieces drop onto the collection bed, ready for the next stage. The splitter operates powerfully, precisely, and tirelessly, demonstrating superior strength when handling hardwood like red oak. The bright orange Multitech firewood processor stands out vividly in the expansive wood yard. The machine operates smoothly, creating a lively industrial scene. Logs are placed on the feed deck, gently pushed forward by the conveyor belt toward the sharp, fast-spinning circular saw blade. As soon as the blade contacts the log, a crisp cutting sound rings out, quickly splitting the wood into smaller, manageable sections. Then, a powerful hydraulic ram pushes these sections forward to the splitting wedge, where uniform firewood pieces are neatly separated and drop onto the wood conveyor. The entire process runs continuously with steady, uninterrupted operation. The gleaming orange surface of the machine reflects light, highlighting Multitech's modern design and high efficiency. The Spalt Fix S40 operates steadily, its conveyor slowly pushing each rough log up toward the sharp saw blade. Every movement is precisely controlled, ensuring the wood is positioned perfectly for a clean, swift cut. The faint roar of the saw blade rises as it contacts the log, splitting the timber decisively and powerfully. The conveyor never stops, maintaining a steady rhythm that keeps the wood splitting process smooth and continuous. Each log is carefully prepared and gently moved, reflecting the perfect harmony between man and machine in wood processing. The Thor log splitter represents a bold fusion of machine power and human strength. A semi-manual wood processor designed to handle massive, stubborn logs using both mechanical advantage and skilled hands. At one end of the unit, a fixed splitting blade stands firmly in place, ready to receive each heavy timber. But on the opposite end, there is no automatic piston. Instead, there's a long lever arm, designed for the operator to manually lift and press down, transferring their body weight and force directly onto the wood. As the worker brings the lever down, the log is forced against the wedge, and with a cracking sound, it begins to split slowly but firmly. Each motion is a blend of human control and mechanical assistance. Not fast, but deliberate and effective. The Thor splitter isn't built for high-speed production lines. It's built for those who value control, precision, and adaptability, especially when dealing with oversized or irregular logs that require more finesse than brute automation.
What's great about it, that I like so far, is that it's very balanced, so you're not twisting your spine, and the motion is very nice. But also, it's aerobic. You can see, you can move the head to one side and press the spring down, and that stores energy in the spring. And then you push it up, and so you're using your leg muscles and your core muscles a lot more. Because there's some play in the hinge, you can aim it a little bit. So you don't have to have the wood in exactly the right position. But you have to be a little careful that it doesn't bonk you, because it is on a spring.
Let's go get the chicken nipples.
I think it would be a really good tool for two people to use together. One person could set the wood in, and the other person could just sit here and work it up and down like that, and do a lot of chopping very fast. Do you think that would scare you, Emily? So now, I'm going to do a much harder one, just show you that there is a limit to, so this one, zoom in on this one and see that it is a crotch in the tree.
The wood cutting and splitting machine stands like a powerhouse in the lumber yard. With a solid steel frame and a powerful hydraulic system, it operates with sharp, forceful movements, leaving no room for hesitation. A large log is placed on the platform. In an instant, a sharp saw blade slams down and slices through the wood decisively, the screech of metal against grain ringing through the air. Immediately afterward, a strong hydraulic push The powerful Alpha 6 splitter is breaking through massive red oak logs before it. The enormous log is lifted steadily and securely by the machine's cradle, ready for processing. A skilled man pushes the wood firmly onto the cradle, then slowly lowers the control lever. Each movement of the lever is deliberate and confident, gradually driving the log towards the splitting blade. The machine operates at a slow but steady and decisive pace. The sharp splitting blade begins its work, slicing through sections of the log with a crisp, metallic sound echoing in the air. Every split showcases strength and precision, effortlessly breaking apart the tough fibers of the red oak. Though the process is slow, it delivers absolute efficiency, producing evenly sized pieces ready for the next stage of processing. In the clear daylight of Bangor, Maine, the Wolfridge 28C stands tall, jet black, solid, and radiating mechanical dominance. Beside it, the FC-24 firewood conveyor hums in silent anticipation, ready to carry the split pieces like a wooden waterfall into the pile. The operator steps forward, confident and deliberate. He doesn't speak, he demonstrates. A heavy oak log hits the cradle, and with a single smooth motion of the lever, crack. The splitter drives through it like a hot knife through butter. Every movement is sharp, practiced. Each split echoes with authority, as if the machine is proclaiming, "This is what real power looks like." The firewood slides onto the FC-24 conveyor, gliding up and away, stacking neatly in rhythmic harmony. There's a subtle pride in the man's stance, not arrogance, but confidence. He's not just working the machine, he's showcasing it. The Wolfridge 28C isn't merely splitting wood, it's commanding attention, proving that in the world of firewood processors, this machine is king.
Come on up, check them out in person. Take these babies home with you today.
All it takes is one push of a button, and the action begins. The conveyor jolts to life, pulling in raw logs with mechanical hunger. Screech. The circular saw slices through the trunk like it's paper. Instantly, the cut log enters the splitter. Steel blades slam down with precision, cracking the wood into neat, uniform pieces. No pause, no delay. Each log is processed in mere seconds, and the split pieces glide smoothly onto the outfeed conveyor, carried directly to the storage area, ready for loading. The LDK 450 isn't just a machine. It's a high-speed production line, engineered for performance, tuned for speed, and executed with flawless precision. No wonder people say, "That's insane speed." In a small workshop, the homemade log splitter 1 operates powerfully and efficiently. The machine is simple yet sturdy, handcrafted with mechanical parts and a rotating shaft. Logs are carefully placed on the support bed, then gradually moved by the rotating shaft equipped with sharp blades that continuously split the logs into smaller pieces. The homemade sharp blades spin steadily, making direct contact with the wood, delivering deep and decisive cuts. With each rotation, the logs are sliced into multiple smaller parts, which fall neatly without scattering. The machine produces a steady humming sound, blending with the wood impacts to create the characteristic noise of a manual log splitter. In the middle of a wide-open log yard, the Easton-made 48C wood splitter stands firm, fixed in place like a central processing station. Though immobile, inside this rugged frame lies a powerful hydraulic system running at full industrial strength. Seated in a compact operator station, a man calmly oversees the entire process with just a few lever pulls and button presses. One by one, large logs are advanced into the cutting section. The high-powered saw blade drops with lightning speed, slicing each log into segments. Immediately, the wood chunks are forced into a multi-way splitting wedge, where immense pressure splits them cleanly into uniform firewood pieces within seconds. But the system doesn't stop there. An automated outfeed conveyor lifts the finished wood pieces and transports them to the rear of the machine, stacking them steadily into a growing mountain of firewood. Log after log, the pile rises, a visible measure of the machine's relentless pace and productivity. The Easton-made 48C isn't just a splitter. It's a dependable powerhouse that transforms tough manual labor into a fully mechanized, efficient operation. A tall log stands upright, firmly planted within the splitter's core. Gone is the roaring circular saw. Instead, powerful pushes from the machine and a razor-sharp blade take over. The blade, like a cold sword, slices through the wood fibers, cleaving the trunk into multiple slender strips. The once sturdy logs seem to tremble in fear before the relentless power of the blade, as if bowing down to an unbeatable conqueror. The SpaltFix K415 Posh, compact yet powerful, is engineered to streamline the firewood processing workflow with remarkable efficiency and precision. From the outside, it appears clean and minimal, but inside lies a coordinated sequence of robust mechanical operations. Each log is fed into the machine via conveyor or manual input. As soon as the log reaches its set position, a sharp circular saw blade swiftly drops down and slices the log into even segments. Without delay, the cut section is pushed directly into the splitting unit, a robust steel wedge, often in a box or star configuration. With high-pressure hydraulic force, the log is pressed firmly into the splitter, instantly breaking it down into multiple uniform firewood pieces. The entire cycle, feed, cut, split, output, runs smoothly, efficiently, and without chaos. No excessive dust, no uncontrolled noise, just clean, powerful, synchronized motion. The SpaltFix K415 is an ideal solution for small to medium firewood operations that demand performance, safety, and compact design all in one reliable machine. The WOJ Tech hydraulic log splitter is a compact yet powerful machine, driven by a modern electric motor that delivers smooth, consistent hydraulic force. Each log is positioned neatly into the splitting tray, awaiting the descent of a sharpened steel wedge from above. Once engaged, the splitting blade lowers decisively, pressing the entire log into the wedge. The crisp cracking sound of wood breaking fills the air as the log splits instantly into 2 or more pieces, depending on the wedge configuration. Then, the blade automatically rises, resetting for the next log. This repetitive cycle of lowering, splitting, and lifting continues rapidly and efficiently, handling the entire wood pile with speed and precision. Thanks to its reliable hydraulic system and durable electric motor, the WJ Tech processes timber smoothly and effortlessly. Unlike louder gas-powered systems, WJ Tech runs with a deep, inside a spacious lumber workshop, the Easton-made 37D operates like a powerhouse of mechanical force. Its bold orange frame stands out against the rough timber around, exuding confidence and raw industrial muscle. Heavy gears, a thick hydraulic cylinder, and a gleaming steel wedge work in concert, a mechanical symphony of strength. A man in a thick work shirt and leather gloves loads a solid log onto the splitter bed. He pulls the control lever, and instantly, the hydraulic ram surges forward with ferocious power, thrusting the log toward the splitting blade. A sharp crack rings out. The log is instantly forced apart into smaller, neatly severed pieces that tumble to the collection tray below. Each split is clean, running along the natural grain, precise as a blade stroke. Beside him, a woman stands ready. With practiced motion, she grabs imperfect or partially split pieces, repositioning them for a clean second pass. No words are exchanged, only the hum of hydraulics, the snap of timber, and the rhythmic teamwork between human and machine. Sunlight streaming through high windows illuminates airborne with dust, casting the scene in a golden haze of discipline, strength, and quiet cooperation. In a spacious lumber yard, the Pro 28C log splitter stands firm, ready to take on heavy-duty work with pinpoint accuracy. Its solid frame, powerful hydraulic system, and razor-sharp blade define the strength of this Pro model. The operator gently pulls down the control lever, instantly activating the hydraulic ram, which pushes the log forcefully forward. The long log is driven straight into the fixed steel splitting wedge, and upon contact, the log cracks cleanly, either in half or into quarters, depending on the wedge setup. The machine works rhythmically, with consistent pressure and clean execution, no shaking, no wasted movement. The split pieces fall into a collection zone below, or are pushed aside neatly, forming organized stacks of firewood ready for transport. 2.8-ton mini excavator with black splitter cone splitter. Compact power, big performance. This 2.8-ton mini excavator is equipped with the special black splitter cone splitter, creating a small yet powerful wood splitting machine. The steel cone splitter spins rapidly, using rotational force to penetrate deep and split tough logs in two. Despite its compact size, the excavator operates flexibly in hard-to-reach forest areas, delivering high lifting power and precise control. The mechanical arm smoothly guides the cone drill into the wood trunk, twisting powerfully and dividing the wood into smaller pieces, ready for the next processing step. The black splitter on the mini excavator is the perfect blend of smart mechanical design and modern rotational technology, providing an optimal solution for efficient wood splitting in any terrain.